We all know how to play Shadowverse. You play a card, your opponent plays a card, you play more cards and attack their face, they play more cards and attack your face, and inevitably, you will lose the game. But now, what if we ignore one really key component of the game and choose not to damage our opponent at all? Welcome to another episode of Why Am I Doing This to Myself, where I take on stupid challenges that I decided will be funny or incredible if I am able to pull it off. And today, we'll be trying to win a game without damaging our opponent. The rules of this challenge is simple. 1. We are not allowed to damage our opponent in any way or form. This means no minion attacks, no spell damage, and no fanfare effects that deals damage to our opponent. 2. I'm allowed to trade into their minions because I for one do not care about their feelings and they frankly should go to hell anyways. 3. This challenge must be done in rotation because I do not want to go to unlimited where I will probably spend more vows than I can actually earn back from doing this stupid challenge of mine. Without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So when we try to look through our options, there are only two real ways we can win without damaging our opponent. First off is we wait for them to mill themselves out, and we only have one option that can actually help us advance that win condition, and it's really boring if I'm just gonna play a control deck and sit there and wait for my opponent to kill me. So no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go with the more interesting variant with our Blood Legendary. Not Pazuzu. Genome Well, Wime Enforcer, which reduces our enemy leader's maximum defense by 3 every turn for 3 turns after we play him. So we're gonna stall out the game, we're gonna wait for 7 turns and hope our opponent doesn't kill us in the process, where we don't deal with their... Actually, we can deal with their board, what am I talking about? We'll wait for them to slowly wither away and die from some unknown disease. What? Yeah, look. This is significantly more humane because I'm not kicking and punching them myself. I'm just implanting them with a weird disease that makes them slowly wither and grow weaker and weaker, and they'll eventually die. So we're gonna build a deck with Genome Well. Let's build a deck. And here's our deck that I'll be running for this challenge. It's Genome Well. As you can see, we have Genome Well here. We have some of the Condemn package. We have Steamrolling Tank and Raging Commander, both of which Raging tutors Genome Well and the other Condemn in the deck, which is Steamrolling Tank. Does it tutor Asphalt? No, it doesn't because he draws a follower. Asphalt tutors one of these 3. The Condemn package is actually very helpful here because... Let's see. Steamrolling Tank heals once you get 2 or more of him down on board. Raging Commander helps clear the board and also draws out Genome Well from our deck. That's why I have kind of a semi-rough package here. Harmonic Wolf and Devilish Flautis. And I don't know how to pronounce the name. This is Drain Unit, heals us. This draws, Howling Scream draws and clears the board. Wing Inversion is here to tag against Mysteria, just in case. Hopefully, I just at one time where I can stall long enough that Mysteria doesn't win. And then we have a somewhat semi-evolved package here with Malicious and Dancing Mini Soul Devil. Malicious only tutors Dancing Mini Soul Devil, usually because this makes their evolved units significantly less scary. When we reduce their attack by 2, defense by 2. Honestly, I don't really want to reduce their defense by 2, but the attack reduction is very, very nice and helpful, and it's also a free evolve. Olivia and Sylvia is for more evolve points. I need a lot of evolve points to trade away all my opponents' followers. Giant Happy Pig to increase our maximum defense, make us less likely to be killed if I can pull it off. Demonic Drummer, Rough Enabler, not actually Enabler, help us advance the Rough quest. Also restores defense to us, also a Ward Body. Then we have Vampire's Queen's Castle, which is Ward as well as heal once Rough is active. Now, let's get started on the games. Okay, for this first game, which I'm not gonna count, because this is gonna be a simple proof of concept that this actually is possible. Even though getting this proof of concept is a very... First off, it took a long time to get this game. I was tired. I need to see what I'm doing is possible. In this one game, I violated Rule 1 so many times, it started shouting Yamete Kudasai. But let's put that aside. Let's take a look at how this game goes. And like what sort of matchup is necessary for me to actually even have a shot at this. And of course, we are off to an amazing start with my Harmonic Wolf instantly transformed by my opponent so that I don't even get a draw of it. At least we got the drain from our good friend Falling Angel, which is really useful. And we also have Genomuel in hand already, which means that immediately on turn 6 I can start it provided I'm not under immediate threat. They're destroying my bot amazingly well, which I don't like at all. Not gonna lie. We are making good progress on our Wrath. Not that it matters, since I doubt my opponent is looking to do much damage to me anyways. And yeah, I assaulted them anyways so that I can heal back up to 20. They got a good clear there. I haven't seen someone run that card in a long time. But I took this chance to thin out my deck a bit more, as well as get Dancing Mini Soul Devil Evolve going, just in case they're gonna evolve something. Even though it doesn't really help against Anagria anyways. And they decide to play Angel of Chaos. What in the world? Very interesting choice of card to play. I haven't seen that card play outside of Cornelius, but that was a very high threatening card, so am able to get Genomuel into play. And yep, went face for a bit more to heal more, but it got the chain started. So we got Genomuel down on 6, and our opponent revealed to be playing Yukishima. Wonder why they're not running the tech card for Festives. It's a little bit weird, and I have no idea why they wasted the enchanting spell on a 1-3 when they could have saved it for something of higher threat. But I took this chance to refresh my evil points, who have possibly played Mini Soul Devil there as well and traded in. But look, my goal isn't... Okay, it is to win. What am I talking about? Okay, they did run Stay in Paradise. And they also run their own copy of Olivia and Sylvia. Got the 8-8 down on board. Did they trade in? No, they don't even need to trade in. Damn, am I sure I'm playing Shadowverse at this point? We got our good old friend Giant Happy Pig as well as our Mini Soul Devils down. And I'll just trade this in, raise our HP to 24 and... Hello? What is wrong with you? Why didn't you trade in with 4-4? Oh, me? Hello? Look, now she even got transformed. What are you doing? Let's put that aside. We reached turn 9. I managed to get down my second Genomuel, even evolve my Fallen Angel to go face and heal. Oh my, Rule 1 is in shambles. And we managed to draw a large Genomuel as well for ready to be dropped on turn 9, 10, 11? I think it's 11. Or is it 12? One of those turns. To finally finish off our opponent. But for now, I have to make it there. They already played one Yukishima for some reason. Even though it is clearly not an OTK. They probably wanted to clear the board. And it worked. It cleared the board, but I am in nowhere close to losing. Like, I'm at 24 health. Though, to be fair, if they have another Yukishima in hand right now, they are very, very close to winning. But, of course, I'm not gonna go down that easily. I have to heal. I got my heal. And 20 health. I could get Yukishima here. And no, I didn't. Actually, I still can get Yukishima because there's... Oh wait, no, they are at 2 HP. They're out of time unless they Yukishima right now. Still got 1 chance, no chance. That's it. It shows that I could probably do it if I try hard enough. Which I'm not sure if it's a good thing. Oh yeah, I have to thank him. He stayed way longer than most of my opponents. I got to say it. 20% of the times, people concede. And thanks to you proving my concept, I have a long day ahead of me. Great.
A few inches later.
So after a couple of games, like how many games it needed to drop from B3 to B1 on rotation ladder, I queued into a Dragoncraft deck. I'm not usually against Dragoncraft, I'm not too keen because yeah, usually some form of discard, there's some form of burn, and I couldn't deal with that. Not with this deck. Actually, kind of with this deck. Since I do raise my max each one with Giant Happy Pick, which I did secure. But that went out the window when it was revealed that my opponent is playing Buff Dragon. Played a Dion on 1 with no buffs, which I can clear really easily. And I also managed to get my Rough train going. Started getting a lot of my Rough cards. And we secured Genome Well as well. Looking back, I think that Giant Happy Pick and Genome Well also compete for the 6th slot, which is a bit bad in hindsight. But doesn't really matter now since this is actually the game. This is post-recording, post-game, editing Zelts here talking. And this game, I managed to do it without damaging my opponent once. Look at this. I'm passing my turn. I bet my opponent is so confused. Like, oh my, why aren't you attacking? Did this guy forget that you can attack in Shadowverse? Well, no, I didn't. And you should be grateful that you should be getting this free win. They got their standard Silong. They always have Silong before turn 7. Evolve, they healed up. Not that it matters because I'm not damaging them anyways. But I took this chance to get rid of Silong. Also use some of my Evolve points, even though it's pretty precious and I haven't even secured Olivia and Sylvia yet. What am I doing? Also put down Vampire Queen's Castle to start some. Actually get into Wrath. They did play Dragon Queen's Castle though, so I am in a bit of trouble. I need to make sure they don't get the combo off with their Coach Joe, otherwise I will take 17 damage immediately. Not instantly right now though, because well, they don't have the cards yet. But soon. Eventually I'm gonna have to worry about it. But it's not now. I managed to get my Genome Well going. So that's part one of the fight. And one thing that actually turned out really well for me was the fact that since this is Buff Dragon, they have a lot of health. Here comes my Ward Army. I transformed the 7 attack one because I can't be bothered to deal with it. But as I was saying, since they have a lot of health and they do not increase their attack really easily, I have the chance to actually bot lock them. And as you'll see soon, that is exactly what I did. Like starting from now, these were not originally ordinarily. You know what? Usually this would be a very scary board, but because I have Genome Well's leader effect active, as well as some drain cards, I traded them in. Even evolve my... Did I not evolve? Oh, I didn't need to evolve. Okay, cool. Probably I wanted to save that one last point of evolve points to trigger Angelic Blessings. They play another one. But as you can tell, this board state isn't actually really scary. With 2 attacks, yeah, fine, sure. They can even play Coach Joe here if they would want to. But I need to secure a Genome Well right now, so I have to play my Raging Commander, and I did top deck Genome Well instead of one of my other tanks. whatever the 1 mana tank on them. I actually gave them minions to trade into, but they don't have Coach Joe, so they didn't win. And from now on, I can actually start just locking them out. If they clear my board, they are not going through ever again. I'm not gonna let them attack me. I'm not gonna play a minion for them to trade into easily. See, they went face here. They're hoping to draw Kojo, or I'm gonna clear their board. And that in some form or way, they'll be able to do more damage to me. But guess what? No, I'm gonna ward up, I'm gonna heal, and you're not gonna do a single thing to me. Look at how sad their board looks. 0 10s and 0 13s. Oh man. That has to be so sad. Traded into my 1/1s for absolutely no effect. And even now, I'm just slightly out of lethal range for Coach Joe, such that even he, with Dragon Queen Castle's a doubled fanfare effect, is not able to kill me since he already used his last evolve point. But now I have to look for my last Genomel to set up for next turn. Actually, this is kind of a misplay. I have absolutely no need to play this many cards, but you know what, I took the chance to heal up, go into my victory lap. I'm almost there. Like, the end to this challenge is literally within my grasp. 19 HP, I'm really healthy. My opponent is at a misty 2 HP points. I really got to thank him though. He chose not to concede at this moment. If he had conceded here, I might actually have quick Shadowverse so good. Hey, they even got Coach Joe. Which, yep, they did 10 damage. But they don't have Storm nor the evolve point. And with this, a thank you message. Genomel comes onto the field, give me the last and final leader effect, and we won the game without damaging our opponent even a single time. Wow, I did not expect to actually complete this challenge, but now you know, you can actually win a game of Shadowverse in rotation without damaging your opponent even a single time. And no, Wing Inversion did absolutely nothing to help me against Anangria Mysteria decks, because they still somehow find a way to kill me on turn 8 or turn 9 with their Majestic Sorcery. Man, I think I actually seen all the different ways Mysteria can actually OTK you. If you've watched this far into the video, consider leaving a like or subscribe. These type of videos are pretty difficult to film. So yes, any support is greatly appreciated. And you know what? You might actually be in for a treat in my future videos. Any other type of decks you want to see? Yeah, leave them in the comments. I'll take a look and I'll probably make them into reality. If it's not too difficult, of course. Once again, thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!